Hey Cindy, just looking at what you got here. This looks good. I like the colors you chose. And I'm liking how this is looking. I like this lady's mouth here and the work that you have included. I almost wonder if this piece here should just be not in there. Yeah, like taking that out and just simplifying it because it is getting a little busy. So maybe taking this part out and maybe just adding it somewhere inside of the booklet might be good. Also, kind of wondering if this circle, if it wasn't cut off, if it was complete, moved over just a little bit, it does almost look like a ray of light coming through the sun. If you get rid of this, then that will even help to enforce that a little bit more. And then also maybe consider making this circle lighter in value, maybe even white. It'll create more contrast, but it might look okay. It's something to try anyway. Also, this part was almost wondering if maybe the portfolio was white, what that might look like. Just to create some more contrast using color. That's just a suggestion to try. I don't know if that would actually look better or not, for sure, but and maybe put an ampersand here after graphic design. So it says graphic design and photography portfolio. I'm liking the colors. I like how you've done this. I like these lines here. So yeah, you just need to get this filled in with some text, obviously. Great place to put this stuff. So you have your graphic design section, photography, logos, print design. I like how you're doing that. You do have your 3 graphic design projects, some photography, logo. I don't know if your reworked is in here or not. Make sure you get that in there somewhere. Might go under print design. Maybe that's the reworked one there that you did. So that's in there. That's good. I'm not sure the purpose of this page, but maybe this is where you would put something. I like how you have this laid out. You might not need this text. I guess it just depends on what you end up writing. So you got your rough draft. With this, I would either put something up in here, like with your thumbnails, maybe. If you have thumbnails, put those there, and maybe even label them. You could split the box off into 2 boxes, one for the thumbnail, one for your rough draft, and then maybe make the final a little larger, because that's the final project. So you want the final to be bigger than the thumbnails or the rough draft. So that you're kind of giving that visual hierarchy, giving it more weight, giving the final more weight. So logo, you might want to, application, okay. So you have this, I like how you're, with each section, you're kind of doing, the application and that kind of thing. Paintings, great. These look good here. I like that. Print design. Okay. So this is more of just like a layout. Obviously this page is kind of... maybe that's too far over that way. Probably should be closer to this and further away from the edge. Make sure with all of your text and everything, which you have done well with, but even these boxes aren't too close to the edge. Make sure that you move all of that stuff in. And this is going off the bleed, which is fine. You might want the back cover to match the front cover a little bit more, and maybe part of that would be to like extend this box all the way around so it wraps, maybe. Of course, it might go over the main part of your image, which wouldn't be good. So I don't know, think of bringing maybe one element of color or something into the back cover so that you have maybe a little bit more continuity, unity between the two. How you do that is up to you, but color is a good way to do it. Maybe inserting a shape, you know, somewhere, not over the main part of the image, but maybe like down here or, you know, here or something. It might not work out very well for you, but you could always shrink the image down and then maybe add more blocks of color that are the same colors to create a front and back cover that go together really well stylistically. Yeah, that looks good. And you do have some pages have numbers and some don't, so you might want to look into that too. And maybe you're meaning to do that. Also, let's see, I was going to tell you, and I already did make an announcement on this, but when you go to export your file, let's see. Let me look at you here. So I can open up your INDD file in InDesign. So when you export this out for the printer, you don't want to export it with spreads, which you didn't when you gave me your file, which is good. So, but do a file export, and then, you know, I'll just put it back in here, but I'll name it slightly different so I don't save over the old one. So Adobe PDF print, save, and then we want to do all pages. We want to do it as pages, not spreads. And then go to marks and bleeds. Take off the crop marks, and so don't have those, and don't use your bleeds either, because I talked to Florence and they said don't include the bleeds in your document, and send it to a single file. So do those things and then push export. I'm missing your fonts because I don't have that. I mean, if you do a file package, it usually will get your fonts in there, so maybe, I'm not sure if you did a file package, but I don't have your fonts, which is fine for the sake of what I'm doing now. I have way too many things open. So if I go to my desktop, you can see, is that where I put it? Oh no, I put it in downloads. For some reason it didn't export. But anyway, it should be single file without the crop marks or the bleeds included, and send that to them, to Florence Printing. Don't try to do it at the library, because the library will not, they won't know how to print for you. They don't really know what they're doing. So, but wait till you, possibly wait till you hear back from me if you have another round of changes. If not, you know, keep working on it. Make sure you have 3 printed. Or 2, I guess, for you, printed for the final presentation. So export the PDF without bleeds, send it to this email, call them at this number to make sure they got it, and then ask them how much it's going to be, because, you know, depending on how big yours is, might cost a little bit more, but around 10 pages to print a 12-page booklet. So just remember that. Also, if you want to do the senior works at commencement, just let me know. You can drop things off with me at my office and I can get them back to you. If not, that's fine too. Anyway, I think I'm going to conclude the video now. This is looking good. I'm liking this a lot. It does need to be finished. You do need to put your projects in it. I don't think I saw anything else that you turned in, so but it's a good start. So just keep working on it. Make sure you have it ready and printed by your presentation time. And think about having an updated website and a portfolio zip drive, a physical portfolio to put your physical works in. Just take a look at that list in the content area. Just make sure that you're hitting all the marks. 3 printed resumes as well. And yeah, and you should be good. All right, talk to you later.